In order to set up the GPOs, we're going to launch the Group Policy Management Console, create a new Group Policy object, name it the BranchCache Policy. When we're done with that, we're then basically going to go ahead and edit it. And what we're going to add in is both the sections for BranchCache, enabling that, and also to allow the firewall connection or firewall connections to go through. So let's start with the BranchCache policy. We're going to enable BranchCache, which turns on the services, which is the first policy to enable. The second one that we're going to enable is turn on the mode. So we're going to distributed mode for BranchCache, which is the true peer-to-peer. The third policy is to enable to only use the Windows 8 machines to make sure that we get the deduplication settings, etc. The fourth setting is to enable the extended days to how long the content will be in the cache, and the last one is to set the 25% of the hard drive space to be used to the cache. The other four items that remain in the list here are around the hosted cache configuration, which we can leave out. So down with the group policy for objects for BranchCache. Let's move on to the firewall. There are two settings for inbound and two settings for outbound. Let's start with inbounds. They are predefined, so very easy to add in. Basically set up the HTTP retrieval, and also the second one, which is the web services discovery protocol, to also allows us to find other machines on the subnet that has content. Likewise, both these protocols require an outbound rule. Make sure you allow the connection and not block it, which is the default setting here. The second one is the web services discovery protocol, which then allows to find the other machines. So when that's done, we can basically close this and link this GPO to our Workstation OU here to the left. So of course, in the production environment, you would have a much more advanced group policy setup or more advanced OU structure. So we're not going to cover that in detail of how you want to configure it. You just want to get the point across here. So with that done, let's go ahead and drag our policy to the Workstation OU, create the link to it, and then basically we want to make sure that we enforce this policy. And that done, we just have to basically sit back and make sure that the clients update before you can start pushing things out. So that ends this demo.